Hi guys, I hope you all are doing fine. Let's continue where we left. If else, we discussed that this is usually used for conditions, and if a particular condition is true, then execute this block of code. If it's not true, then execute this. We'll get into it in detail. So, note that if is in lowercase. If we write if like this, it will generate an error because Java is a case sensitive language. So, please note this. Moving on. Now, let's focus on if condition first. So, if condition basically means that we are going to give a condition to the computer, and if that if that condition is true, then we'll have to execute a particular code. Now, what happens if that condition is false? This is where else comes into question. If the condition is true, then execute this code. But if it's false, that we write else. If the condition is true, code, then else execute code. So what's the syntax of this? For example, if I have to print yes only if x is greater than y. So in this case 20 is greater than 18. 20 is greater than 18. So this will give me the output yes. But if it was the other way down, for that we use else. So this is the code syntax, basic syntax for if then condition, then the code that needs to be executed and curly braces. For else we write like this. The code till here is same. After that we add else. So for the same question, if I write this, if 20 greater than 18, print yes, else system.out.print no, and this will print so now 18 greater than 20 will print no. Now what if I have to check multiple conditions? For that we have else if. So the syntax is here. It goes like if the condition to be checked, if this condition is true, then this code will be executed, but if this condition is false, then we'll jump to this else if and then condition 2. So if this condition is false but this condition is true, then this code will be executed. If both the conditions are false, then this code will be executed. Now there's a shortcut to write if else, which is basically we call it shorthand if else or ternary operators. Variable is equal to condition question mark expression true colon expression false and semicolon to terminate the line. So for example 18 greater than 15. Now expression true means what to print if the expression is true. We need to print yes, and then what to print if the expression is false, no, and then semicolon. So this is also if else. If this condition is true, print yes. If not, then no. So that's almost everything about if else. We are going to do more questions on if else in the 100 question series coming up soon. So stay tuned. Let's understand switch condition. Now what if I have multiple conditions? Instead of writing if else again and again, like for example I have to check 10 conditions. So writing if else again and again is basically a waste of time. For that, switch comes into account. So for switch, you write the keyword switch and then the expression that you need to check and then all the cases. So if case X, the first case will be true, then this block of code will be executed. Then we write break. Why do we write break? We are going to discuss that, but before that, then we write the second case and so on, as many cases as we want. And then finally at the end we write default. These default and break are both optional. Default means that if all the cases are false, none of the case is satisfying the condition, then what to print. So this is like the else. If all the if, else if all this is false, then what to execute. So that's default. And break means that if I don't write break, I simply write case X code, then case Y code. So So what will happen? The expression, the switch keyword will check the expression with all of my cases. But break, however, means if my condition is being satisfied here, then it won't go to the next case. It will be the end. So let's see an example to understand this better. For example, I have given a value, integer value, that day is equal to 4. Now switch, the expression we are checking is day. Then case 1 is Monday, that if day is 1, then print Monday. Break, if day is 2, then print Tuesday. Break, so on. If 4, then print Thursday. So on, so on, so on, so on. As you can see, we haven't written default here, but the condition is satisfying. Our day is 4, output is Thursday, because for case 4 the output was Thursday. So this is how a switch condition works. The above example is from W3 School's website. You can refer that website if you want. It's a great website for coding. Anyways, in the next class we are going to get into loops, and I think after loops, arrays, and after that we'll get on to the 100 question series. So 2 more topics and then we'll start with the series, so stay tuned. Thank you.